What number is this? Number 10. Hi, and welcome to Brendan's Car Talk Season 2, Episode 10. The last one I talked about my broken hand and what I want to accomplish by December 31st. And this one, my hand's free. I just came back from the hospital, got the all clear that I can return back to work tomorrow. Good, because I have a lot of bills to pay and a lot of money to save moving forward. So, yeah. In this one, I'm going to talk about making tough decisions and staying in your lane. Yeah, probably just a tough decision thing. So, about 2 weeks ago now, because the Crossbody show was 2 weeks ago. Oops. What happened was my dog wasn't feeling well for a couple weeks, maybe like a week, and my thing with my family is they constantly just let things slide and they don't focus on things getting better. So, like, as soon as my cat's tooth fell out, but I checked on him to make sure it felt all right. Dexter, my dog, wasn't feeling well, and he went eat, and I saw there was something stuck in his back mouth, so I took him to the vet after I couldn't get it out. And then he had to get dental surgery, which I don't think he needed, and that vet was basically just a car salesman. But either way, I took care of it. And then in February, as like probably episode 3 or 4, talking about support groups, one of my dogs wasn't feeling well, and I told my sister, bring her to the vet then. She's not moving. And she died along the way there. And it was very sad. So in February, my dog Emma died. And then, so my other dog, Leah, this was 11 weeks after that. And she wasn't feeling well. So we took her to the vet. Apparently she had an enlarged uterus, so they needed to give her surgery for that. And then in the recovery, they found her blood cell count was a little off. And she wasn't moving around or eating, and she just had low blood. And there was 2 options. One, it's to put her to sleep and get rid of her misery, and the other option was to send her to another hospital, a vet hospital, and get her a blood transfusion. If that's the problem, she might have cancer. And like, no one in my family was dealing with this, and we're in this waiting room basically watching my dog die on the floor and withering in pain for an hour and a half. And I assumed, like, we're going to take a vote to see what we should do. And unfortunately, my vote was to put her to sleep because I didn't want her to be in pain. I was crying. I was super sad. This was Friday afternoon at like 1 o'clock. And I'm crying, and I don't want to think about killing my fucking dog. But that was my choice at the moment. And luckily, the other family members, my mom, my dad, my sister, her fiance, decided to go the route of the blood transfusion. So they went there, they took care of her. It's like $10,000 in bills, plus an additional like $2,500 from the first vet. And she's doing much better now. She's doing great. But, okay, this would be like about escapes and stuff. To just not staying in your lane. That'll be next week if I remember. But, so, like, that night, the night before, I was at Demand Lucha at the Opera House in Toronto, just hanging out, watching wrestling, because I fucking love pro wrestling. That's my escape from my everyday life, and to focus on, that's my primary goal, to just be creative, and that's my outlet right now. My goal isn't WWE. It's, like, if I can get a living out of wrestling, that's fucking awesome, but to me, making a living is, like, $45,000, $50,000 a year, which is totally doable. Just takes hard work and hustle. But the night before, I'm at the Opera House. This afternoon, I'm in this vet, and I wasn't telling anyone about any of the problems going on with my dog. Because when Emma passed away, I was supposed to go to a show in London, and I just bailed on the carpool and stuff because my dog died. It wasn't a choice to put her down to sleep. She just died on the way to the vet. And with this, so I knew I was going to cross-by for the showcase show, and I was wrestling against one of my friends, Alexia Nicole, and we were going to have a tag match. I just wanted to take a bunch of dumb bumps in front of my friends, and I said the day before, I'm like, I can't wait to get dropped on my head a bunch of times in front of 15 people. And that's my escape. That's how I deal with things. It's just like go balls deep somewhere else. I don't ignore the problem, but I accept it, move on, go forward. And I didn't tell anyone about what was going on with my dog until right before my match. I told Tyler Thomas, who was wrestling on the show, and right afterwards I told Gabriel Fuerza. And I'm like, yeah, my dog might die, but like, I just love wrestling. I needed to wrestle tonight. So yeah, I didn't tell Alexia because I knew she'd be upset, and I didn't want to fuck with anyone in the match, so I just dealt with it on my own, which was a good learning experience for me, that not everyone needs to know everything at the moment. To be fair, my life's quite open right now, so I'm okay with letting people in. It's between pro wrestling and stand-up comedy. I am an open book, so I don't give a shit about that. But that was my escape, and the next day I faced Lee Costa for my crossbody heavyweight title, and then the next day was Easter, so I think I was off. I could have gone to a show, and actually, in fact, I did. No, I think that was the weekend before. Whatever. I went. It was Easter the next day, so I didn't do anything. I don't believe so. Oh no, I think I may have gone to the drive-in, or that was last weekend. I don't remember this. My life, it's been a while. So yeah, it's just like all this stuff. Whatever, but like, it's nice to feel like I have an escape, and I had to live with the decision that, like, my dog's super happy and nice now. Apparently she's just anemic, so she just has low blood and stuff, but I'm rambling, but I just need to let this out. But it's good to know I have an escape, and I'm trying to be a better person and stuff. And tomorrow starts a new chapter. I talked about last time about what I wanted to accomplish. I wrote down my plans, and instead of my plans being from like January 1st next year, or what I want to accomplish by December 31st, it's what can I do tomorrow? Oh, tomorrow I work at, I don't know, I texted my supervisor what's the start time tomorrow. Hopefully I get paid for the time off I had to take for the last fucking month. All of this, so whatever. I look at my dog and I think to myself, I wanted to kill her, to put her to sleep, but to put her out of her misery, and tough decisions have to get made. I'm 26. I'm now giving up on my family's improvement. I have to worry about myself, because if I worry about other people, staying in my lane, if I worry about other people and don't worry about just focusing forward, it's gonna cause me more stress and mentally, which will resolve to physically and eating like garbage and all this bullshit. But yeah, I'm glad I have this outlet. I'm glad I have pro wrestling to help. I'm glad I have all this. But coming up this week on my content, it's tomorrow a brand new episode of This is Brendone with Anthony Kingdom James and Brett Banks will be uploaded. On Thursday, I'm releasing the vlog finally, because there's some rhythm to it. And yeah, that's everything. So this weekend, Friday I'll be in Kitchener for the Crossbody Showcase Series. Saturday I'll be in Dunnville for SKM Presents the Penance Cup. I'm facing Rex Atkins in the opening round. And Sunday I'm at Courage Pro Wrestling in Hamilton facing Ada Rain. See you guys there. Thanks for following along with all this. Remember, at Holden Pro, Holden Albright, at Brendan C, Brendan Caulfield on stuff. Email me if you need anything. Talk to you soon.